Uh, at this video we're going to talk about continuous compound interest. You know, there is a formula for that P is equal to P0 times E to the power of RT. Like, suppose that you have some money that you want to know, for example, how much money you should invest now. Means with the how much money you should invest now, that with interest of like 7%, R is equal to R is equal to 7%. 7% is 0.07 divided by 100, you get this. And then in 8 years, T 8 year, if you the money you invest is P0. P0, like you want to is $8,200. See, you want to know that how much money you should invest now in order with the interest of 7%, with the compound interest, compound continuously interest, in order to have 8,200. Means the question is P0, how much is that? Means how much money you should invest now, the P0, the initial amount. If you want to get $8,200 after 8 years with the 7%, at the end you're going to have 82,000. How much you got to invest now? It's a 8,200 is equal to P0 times E. R is 0.07 times 8. See, the way to solve this problem is you say P0 is equal to 8,200 divided by E to the power of 3.07 times 8. It's going to be 0.56. 0.56. And if you do that, the result is going to be 8,200 divided by E to the power of 0.56 is 4,683.91 $. See, you should invest 4,683.91. You got to invest now, and after 8 years with the interest rate of 7%, you will get 8,200. So this is a way to find out, this kind of problem, that you have some money, you are going to have some money in the future. How much money you got to invest, with the interest rate and the time. So let's get to another question, that if you borrow P0, if you borrow $2,600, okay, means for 2 years, T is equal to, see the general formula, P0, continuous compound interest. E to the power RT, and R is equal to 6%, which is 0.06. You use it here. So we have these here. The only thing we are going to find is P. That how much you're going to owe after 2 years. After 2 years, how much you borrowed some money, that is 2,600 times E to the power of 2 times 0.06. So you find this one. Actually, what does that mean? E is 2.7 E something, okay? Is it just a number, Euler number? That talks about exponential growth or decay. If this is positive, means this is going to be more. If it's negative, this one is going to be less than this one, decay. So we are going to find out what is going to be 2,600 times E to the power of 0.2 times 0.06. 2931. 2931 means this one is going to get with some like 49 cents. You borrowed this money and you want to know after 2 years with the interest of point how much you owe. Then you borrowed some money. So this is the answer. It's so this time, the last problem we find P0 and this one, and sometimes you gotta find T. That if oh, okay, I should have P is equal to E to the power of RT. The continuous compound interest formula. See, if for some reasons, you had something that worth Y, P0, but the price is going to be half of that. After when you buy a car, for example, the price after a few years the price is going to be less than that. Or talk about decay rate. If its R is equal to 0.05 and we talk about actually it's going to be minus 0.05 because it is the decay. It's going to you have some radioactive material. The substance is going to after half a life has a half a life like 2 days or 20 days or whatever. The substance is going to be less than at the end at that time half time is going to be less than of this one. P is equal to P0/2. So if we suppose that the 2 days. So what you do, you say is 0.5 P0 is equal to P0E 2 times 0.05. So it's going to be 0.5 is equal to e to the power of 2. It's going to be 2 times is 0.1. Oh, okay. We are gonna find out after how many days. After how many days it's gonna be T. After how many days it's gonna be less half of the material you had. So this is 0.05 T. And then what you do. You get natural log of both sides. It's going to be an e to 0.05 t. This is going to natural log of 0.5 or 1/2 is going to be 0.05 t. And from that you can find the t at n of 0.5 divided by 0.05. You get the answer after how many days we are gonna have half of the material that we had earlier. So natural log of 0.5 divided by minus 0.05 because it's decay, minus 0.05. This is minus, okay, minus 0.05 times 2 minus 0.05 because it's a decay. You know, the rate is negative, it shows decay. So it's going to be 13.86 days. If we say half a life, one half of the original amount. So this is a way to solve this kind of problem. Okay, sometimes you have a formula that let's talk about one when another kind of problem like if you have something like that, p0 e to the power of minus 0.03 t, you have this formula, and you have the initial amount p is equal, you have like say radioactive substance that decay, and you have p0 is like 260 kilogram or 260, like suppose it's gram, p0 is equal to 260 gram. You know, the units of weight is, we can have gram, kilogram, in metric system, and we have pound in English system. So if we find after a t period of t, the half-life t in year, for example, in 4 years. Okay, we put 4 here, 4 years. You will find out that how much is gonna be left over after 4 days, 4 years, for example. After 4 years, how much is going to be the final amount? So you put e to the power of minus 0.03 times 4 times 260, 230, 230.6, rounded in 1 decimal places. Or if round to this 1 decimal place, if they want to round it to whole number, you just say 231, the whole number. You know, talk about whole number. It starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And integers start from minus 1 to minus infinity, you know, but the integers. Oh, we talked about that before. So this is going to be gram. It's going to be 230. It's going to be less. So it is less than what it was. The original was 260. The half-life, or half-life of some radioactive material. Okay. So it's these are problems about continuous compound interest.